All right, now I'm going to talk about my schedule. Schedule is super important. So after my morning routine, which I went through in the previous video, I would do a schedule. Now, a schedule is whatever system that you can use that helps you. So if you use iCalendar, Google Calendar, whatever it is, those are the two main ones that I know and have used prior. Um, the key is that the system works for you and is accessible, but it's also editable. And that's what I've found really hard with electronic calendars, is to change things on the fly. It's kind of cumbersome. But if you're using a paper version, it's way better, I think. I find more success with the paper version than I have with electronic. I use electronic just to remind me on the go of what is coming up and maybe some tasks that I need to do. But paper ones are ideal. But again, it's whatever works for you. So what I do, and yesterday is what I did, is I have it's by every 15 minutes, the calendar. So what I'll do is I'll plan out my day for every 15 minutes of what activities I'm going to do. And what's important about that is that if you're just starting out, to give yourself enough time, overestimate your time that it takes to complete a task. Over time, you will get better at it once you focus and dial in on like what actual activities and what the processes are that you're doing in a specific task. But it is very important that you give yourself enough time so that you don't shipwreck your day. You know, if you are late to your next thing by 15-20 minutes, it pushes your whole day 15-20 minutes back. And it's discouraging as you've planned it out to have to feel like every time you're doing something new that you're late for. So do your best to make it realistic, and maybe even put a lot more, actually I recommend this, put a lot more buffer time or flex time into your schedule. So if you have an activity you think is going to take you 30 minutes, give yourself 45 and then 15-minute buffer after that. So if you finish in 45, you still have 15 minutes to, do something that you want to do. Maybe it's, to respond to a text message or take a quick nap, whatever it is. But that buffer time is designed so that you have some more flexibility in your schedule to get some other things done or to break from a very rigid schedule. Now, the task and the goal where I'm at is to get to a place where I have pretty much dialed in what I do in any given day and how long it takes me to complete certain tasks, and that it can be fairly regimented day. So meaning, like, I have very little flex time built in, and then my activities are very dialed in a sense to where for 8 hours, I'm working those 8 hours. Again, a business owner, so it's a little different. I need to be very productive with the time I work. I have committed to working 8 hours, so I want to use the most of that time to be efficient and effective with what I'm doing. Of course, sometimes it takes more than 8 hours, but the point is a schedule will help, that it doesn't, being ineffective for 80 hours a week of work is way less efficient than 40 hours of very focused work. So anyway, schedule, and hope those tips help you there, and we'll catch you next video.